what are you reading, right? So me and Kris are like, you know what? We want to bring our world to you guys and let you know what books we're reading, if we're enjoying it or not. So it's a show.
We have so much time.
We have a show and tell, if you will. So we each have a book to us.
We go to the front of the class.
And we're going to go to the front of the class.
What did you bring?
What did we bring? Why are we reading it? Do we like it? Do we recommend it to the other person? And more importantly, do we recommend it to you at home? Now, these might be books that we haven't finished yet, just started. So it's not a full comic review. Don't worry, comic reviews, of course, are going to be back soon enough. Kris, would you like to start?
I don't care. I'll start.
Oh, that was me pretty much saying,
start. Okay, yeah.
With polite.
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to start? I mean, just do it so I can stop talking.
Just do it.
Just do it.
So, we're doing, what are you reading? So besides currently, really happy, can't do this without mentioning that comic books are trickling back in.
Yes, they are.
So I have had the lowest list since probably I started reading comics. I had 4 books in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they are starting to trickle back, which is fantastic. But yeah, as far as graphic novel department, I've been hitting DC a lot because I am someone who likes to watch their animated movies, the new ones.
Okay.
And I'm a little behind, so I think the last one I got was like one of the Robin ones or the Justice League Dark one.
Okay.
But I also like to read the book, even if I read it before. I like to reread it prior to watching the movie so I could look at the differences. Rob likes to watch it first and then read it out.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil.
So I am currently reading one of the greatest Superman stories of all time.
Show me the book.
Superman Red Sun.
Oh! Let's see how thick that is. Show us the side view of that thick.
Oh, it's not that
thick.
It's like, I think when it came out, it was like 4 oversized issues, 4 or 5 issues.
Okay.
But it's its own universe. It has nothing to do with the continuity, which is, if you are just trying to pick up books to read, it is so easy.
It's a standalone thing.
Basically, very simple synopsis. If Superman came to Earth, landed in Russia, but Soviet Russia,
okay,
old Soviet Russia, not America, how would he grow up with their values? How would he grow up in communism? And how would that affect his surroundings? No, he's not a villain. He's just different.
I've never read that book. I want to watch the movie and then read it.
It's a great book. And they obviously DC Animated had a movie that came out a couple months ago. I still haven't picked it up, but I like to read it before I come back. Mark Miller wrote it, who's one of the greatest comic writers of all time. He currently has a deal with Netflix for all the money.
Yes.
For his creator-owned properties. He created Kick-Ass. Just to name one thing.
Why do you
he did the original Civil War.
Show us a cool page from it.
One of the best ones. There's Soviet Batman. There's Soviet Wonder Woman. Dave Johnson did the art. Dave Johnson does a lot of variants for DC. And yeah, it's just a great story. It's a great Elseworld story. They like to call them in DC, meaning obviously not in continuity. And hold on, it's all the characters you know and love, but just completely different. So Superman grew up in Soviet Russia. Lex Luthor is almost like a nuclear physicist.
Okay.
Batman is kind of like the colonialist and Wonder
So
Woman's
Batman's in Russia or Batman is in America?
Oh no, it's Russian Batman.
So this is this Bruce Wayne Russian Batman?
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. This is one of my favorites where all 3 are fighting each other, as you can see.
Higher. I don't want to see your face. Lower.
There you go.
Lower. Perfect.
So you have like the power shot.
That looks dope.
Wonder Woman fighting Batman, Superman beating the hell out of both of them.
It'd probably be smarter, now that I think of it, just to get the picture digitally and put it up. But I'm like,
probably.
I'd rather the book. You know what? It shows a little bit more of genuine heartfelt.
Yeah, but it just shows you the different sides of stuff, like how the Soviets see Superman, stuff like that.
Dude, that's so creepy, man. That's so weird to see that.
Especially in today's day and age.
Oh my gosh!
But it's a fantastic book. There's not a lot of really great Superman standalone stories. Most Superman great stories expand, and it's over time, and then it becomes a collected. Not like, your Batman stories, and it's different. So between that, like an all-star Superman for All Seasons, Brainiac by Jeff Johns, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm reading.
So I'm sure it's safe to say you recommend that to me and 100%. To viewers at home.
Yeah, if you've never read it, it came out in the 90s, so you could probably pick it up at your local comic shop. Every local comic shop usually has at least 2 copies. Again, it's not a thick book. They're paperback. It's not an omnibus. You're not going to dish out a bunch of money. Amazon probably has it for $12 too.
Sure.
But screw them. Go to your local comic store and buy it.
Yes. All right. Now, on to my book. Mine book.
Mine book.
I have The Wicked and Divine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's an indie book by Image.
Kieran Gillen.
Yes, Kieran Gillen wrote it. Story follows 12 gods that come back every 2 years, and then they're alive for 2 years, and then they go away for 98 years. It's this weird cycle, and they come into like the bodies of people, and you just get to see what they do. So I didn't know how much I would like this book, so I picked up the first one. I enjoyed it. The art's fantastic. I mean, here's the first intro into it. Just shows us Lucifer, and this is what she looks like, and it's awesome.
What?
So it kind of like follows her. Then it starts like one of the gods killed somebody, and they get put on trial, and like this one ordinary girl's like kind of caught up all the mix of it. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep reading it, and then I bought the hardcover of it because I'm a loser.
Oh.
It's
Double
down. And then like I like the hardcovers better just because like I feel like you get better quality pages and art with it.
Did you? Is it the omnibus? Is it the full thing?
No, it's not the full thing. They have like 4 or 5 of these issues.
Oh, okay. So that's volume 1.
Yeah, that's a volume 1. I think it collects like issue 1 through like 16. This is just like issue 1 through 6.
Okay.
Like I'm on an Image kick right now because I love superheroes. I'm reading superheroes, but I want to see what else is out there in the world of comic books.
I suggest East of West.
Yes, that's next on my list.
And Saga,
I actually have the first one over there, and I'm probably going to review that and talk about that next time we ever do this.
Yeah. This is the best time to read Saga, too, because they're on a 1-year break, and with this, by the time you finish, they'll be back.
Exactly. So, like, I wanted to see what else is in the world of comic books aside from superheroes, especially I get a lot of questions from you guys, fans and friends of mine, who like superheroes but want to see what else is out there. So, like, the more I know, the more I can share with you guys. So, Wicked and Divine, it's really cool. You get to see all these different gods. There's Amaterasu, there's Lucifer, there's all these different ones here. You get to see how they interact. And it does a good job world building. It doesn't throw too much at you too fast. It is the beginning of an issue, a beginning of a series. It's not a one-off like Kris. So, it's definitely something you're going to pick up, and then when you finish, you're going to be like, man, I want to know what happens next. So it's going to be a longer journey. But if you want something that's outside the realm of superheroes and you're into gods and all the kind of mischief that they could cause, this is something that's pretty cool. They haven't shown them as overpowered yet, which I'm sure they will. It kind of seems like they just have souped up powers and they can do different things. But like they're getting more into like the lore of what they could do and why they're doing this. And I'm very curious to see why there's a cycle, why they're only alive for 2 years when you're these omnipotent godlike beings. So I definitely recommend. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's good. And I think he finished it, right? It's done?
I think it's done. I'm not done with it, but yeah, I think it's done. I forget what issue it ended off on. I know there's a couple more of those hardcover books. And that's something I like to do as a comic book reader. If I'm not collecting the single issue trades every week, I would collect the trade paperbacks. But now I'm getting to this kind of feeling and zone where if they have the hardcover available, I would get the first trade, like the little floppy. And if I like it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to invest more into the series. I'll buy the hardcovers because I'd rather the hardcovers. I think they look nicer on the shelf and they're more durable. And then I could give the first issue to somebody who wants to read it and join in the world. And that could be one of you guys, maybe.
Yeah, you never know. We do giveaways every once in a while.
Every once in a blue moon.
When we have something to give away,
yeah, but I don't know if people want me sending them anything now during the coronavirus. They'll be like,
yeah.
That guy has
I touched this all over.
Yeah, he read that. It might be
enjoy it.
It might be a coronavirus bomb. I don't know.
But that's what I'm reading. That's what you're reading. And guys, let us know too if you want to know more stuff. You guys want to read. I get questions, and I'm sure obviously Rob does too. people text me, hey, like I'm trying to figure out what to read. Let me, what about this? Or I get text like, hey, this writer, what did he do?
Yeah.
I hear he's good.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was great. And I'm like, here's a list of stuff.
Yeah. Let us know down in the comments below.
Let us know.
If you want suggestions, we'll be more than happy to reply in the comments.
100%.
Or let us know what you're reading. Because, we have a lot of time on our hands and we want to read more books. And it's always a good thing to read because it helps you learn.
Even some without pictures.
I'm just getting into the books with pictures. I don't know if I want books without pictures. That's a whole nother level.
I'm reading a couple of those. It's a whole different ballgame.
It's a lot longer to read.
So long.
I get so much more done with these.
Like one bubble's 3 sentences. Let's go.
Exactly. That's like, oh, perfect. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is this episode of the Jersey Comic Group Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know down below what you're reading for new comics, your theories on Mandalorian Season 2, what the story might be, and if you're excited for those characters. And from our first topic, Swamp Thing, Season 1 coming to CW. Are you excited? What are your theories on what's going to happen in Season 2? We didn't even get to touch upon that today. There's so much more to talk about. As always, I'm Rob Moran.
And I'm Kris Heller.
And we'll see you next time.
JerseyComicGroup.podbean.com